from this, I just come across a point that is Trump is trying to be a global police or a global boss.
Atmanirbhar Bharat. That means we should be self-sustained enough without relying upon any other countries. So that time he know the fact that Indian population in America constitute around 1% of the total population of US. Biden is actually a Democratic Party member.
Republican Party.
Trump is Republican. So they befriended with Pakistan, and also they wanted to control India because China is a global market. So in US also a lot of Chinese goods are there. Yeah, Israel is also building semiconductors. They have a good relation. Why US is having a good relation with Israel?
So welcome back to another podcast, and it's been a long time that we are taking the podcast. As you know that I think past 2 months we just posted a podcast long ago.
He was actually very busy with the he's a physicist actually. He was undergoing his exams and lab, especially lab problems and all.
Last semester.
Yeah, last semester MSc physics lab issues and all he was undergoing.
Plus he also is in I think 4th semester.
No, I am actually 9th semester.
9th semester.
I'm on to
he's an LLB student.
Yeah. Last year LLB things, a lot of coursework issues and all. So that's the reason why we were very busy.
But we have a lot of content to do, but the time is very limited for.
Yeah.
And that's the only reason that we are just doesn't post anything. So as we know that there's a hot topic which is revolving around there, that is the one and only Trump. And he's pretending to be a person who is good in the all round, and something he's doing is he thinks that he's doing a great job for the American people.
Yeah.
But as going to the back and all the dark side of it, it's all the things they are getting like the snake biting its own tail. Likewise, he is doing. So in this podcast, we are actually dealing with what exactly going with the tariff section, what exactly Trump is needed with the introduction of the tariff, and as you know, there are many other topics related to this section. But in this video, we are going depth analysis. What's the main goal? What's the major importance for the what is the point what we call exactly, or what's the exact objective of the Trump that he's just introducing this type of tariff in not only in India but all around the world. As you know that Trump just has imposed a 50% tariff in Indian market, and as you know that the things that we are just exporting to the American things will be double the price as that of the thing. Let's consider I have an product of 100 rupees. I'm just exporting to America and it costs about 150 rupees there. 150 rupees. 50%. Any consumer who is buying a particular thing, that this is a phone that is a product, and he is seeing that another phone of same price, but it is 50 times more than that of what would you choose? Simply is the American product with much cheaper price. So that exactly happened in current situation. As of that, he also claimed that when we are reducing our own tariff to the America, then they're gonna reducing the tariff. But it's not a good way for us, Sophie, because as we are reducing our own tariff on the American, they can also export many products to India. It can imbalance our economy also. That's the exact thing that happened in at the time of the China, who were the major export importers of at that time. Then that we come across with one of the things like made in India product. Otherwise called as
Atmanirbhar Bharat.
Yeah, that's please once more.
Atmanirbhar Bharat. That means we should be self-sustained enough without relying upon any other countries.
So that's a major issue that we are facing. We are analyzing the long-term issues that can be faced while imposing this like tariff. And okay, from this I just come across a point that Trump is trying to be a global police or a global boss, or he is digging his own grave while imposing these types of things. Sometimes I feel he's much immature.
Yeah,
I even think so. So in this podcast, we are actually diving deep things like this, and let's start with it. So that as we know that on the earlier stage of where Trump was coming to the as a president for the first time, he just do many favors to us.
Yes.
Like the people who are studying in America can be people who are going to stay abroad in America or United States have a very favorable situation for their job oriented, for their study oriented, as well as anything. Then after Biden has come, but he doesn't favor as much as we.
Yeah.
He just favor the China people for most of the things.
Yeah.
But the next arrival of the Trump, which totally changed the entire ideology what Trump exactly doing. So as of that, what exactly the reason behind this Trump is doing this like of madness to India? Not only India, but also in many countries there also. But I think the most pointed towards now, rather than China, now is in India. So what actual reason behind that?
So when Trump was the president for the first time, he was actually had intention to be the president again.
Okay.
Of course, he will be having
that will be anything.
Yeah, of course, yeah. No. Because when in 2014, when Narendra Modi came to power, he will be having an intention to be the PM again, right? So just like that, Trump also had the intention to be the president again. So that time he know the fact that Indian population in America constitute around 1% of the total population of US.
Yes.
Means 1% of the total population of US is
coming from the India.
So they have the voting rights there. And also the other important factor is there's something called the swing states. So in total, 50 states are there in US.
America.
Okay. So each state have their own electoral college,
like
by which they vote the president. Okay. So US election system is very much different from that of ours. We didn't elect our president, right? Our president is elected by
some of the ministers,
by the parliament members. Parliament members and the state elected members, MLAs and MPs. But in US, the president is elected directly by the people. Not directly by the people. People select some person called the electoral college.
Like the parliament election. Yes.
Yeah. Slightly we can say like that. Yeah. In each state, people will elect a particular group of people, and that
who are representing that.
And that group of people will elect the president of US. So they will see the particular thing in such a manner that in 50 states, how much total votes are being gained by the presidents.
Okay.
And the other factor is in India, we have such a system. For example, in a legislative assembly, for example, in Kollam legislative assembly, consider there is 1 lakh total population. 75,000 people voted for Communist Party. Okay, 25,000 person voted for the Congress Party. Then what will be the vote share there? 75,000 for the LDF, the Communist, 25 for the UDF Congress. Okay. But in America, the system is same. For example, in a state called Michigan, consider they too have a population of 1 lakh. Okay. If 75,000 people voted for Trump and 25,000 voted for Biden, so who got the more votes? Trump. So here, what will happen if it was in India? Then 75,000 for Trump, 25,000 for Biden. But in US, if he got more than 50%, total population vote will be automatically carried on by the Trump. Yeah, that is 75,000 he got, but he got the majority, more than 50,000, right? He will take that 25,000 vote also. Yeah, that's the system in US. It's a weird system, but the system of US is
they are following like
from 1774 when they got the independence.
I think it's far more better. India is better than
because we have a parliamentary system of democracy. We have no presidential system. We have a parliamentary system. The head of the state is even though the head of the state is president, but the de facto head is the prime minister. But in US, president is the head.
Okay.
So because of that, they have a weird system type of election systems. So at the first time when he had the knowledge that Indian population comprises of 1% of the total population of US, and he needs their vote. He needs their vote.
Even though there is a 45% of people are voting Trump and 65% are voting the Biden. Even if he can gain the 1% vote or the not the 1%, like the 5% of where even if from the Indian people can definitely
affect the whole scenario, right? So in Trump wanted that one, especially the major factor is that there's something called the swing states in US. Swing states. So swing states are the deciding factors.
Is that like in winter they have a capital?
No, actually,
not like that?
it doesn't have anything with the weather. With the weather condition. Swing states means, for example, consider our Kollam district. Historically, it's a left-leaning district because LDF is the one who is always in power in Kollam district, right? Historically, so Kollam district is historically a left-leaning district, but there are certain, assembly legislations in Kerala which doesn't have historical background. I mean, historically it's not for the LDF, historically it's not for the UDF. Things can change
on the basis of the people who are just participating.
On the basis of the people's mind, At one time maybe it will be a LDF MLA, at the other time it will be a UDF MLA. So similarly in US also there are something called the swing states. Swing states are the deciding factors.
Oh, okay. They can be either be a positive value, either be a negative value.
Yeah.
Something like that.
Yeah. So states like the California, Michigan, we have something called North Carolina. So these sort of Arizona. So these sort of states are swing states. And the Indian population is more in these states. So the Indians Indians are actually the deciding factor whom to be elected as the next president. So because of that, Trump always wanted their support. So because of that first time, he wanted their support, and because of that, he brought a lot of good things to Indians. The Modi Trump, the Howdy Modi program in US was a historic thing. Historic thing. Lot of people came.
Beating the tabla.
Yeah. Lot of people came there to glorify that Trump is actually an India-loving person, to show that. But unfortunately, he lost in the second time. Biden came to power, and Biden is actually a Democratic Party member.
Republican Party.
Trump is Republican. So historically, Republican Party is more of a conservative party. Conservative party means they are those who think that customs and cultures are to be preserved.
Oh, okay.
Similarly, in India, we have the BJP. BJP is also a conservative party. Similarly, Democratic Party is also a conservative party. Because of that, they have some ideological relation with
agendas like that.
Right-wing politics. They like that, and because of that, they had a good relation with the Modi. But when Biden came, as he is a member of the Democratic Party, he is more of like a liberal party. Liberal party means
like the future.
Like you need no need of boundaries. You should be to have a free relationship with other people. So it's more like a left-leaning party. Left-leaning party in India is Communist Party. So China is a Communist Party, as we all know. Not a Communist Party, it's a socialist country. Biden had some more of a leaning towards China. So that was the issue. So at that time, actually we hadn't any issue with the US, but US didn't actually came up with some sort of big policies or help to India.
Okay.
It was stable, no issue, no gain, no loss. Actually, things. The third time when Trump came, actually there's something called a president can only be maximum. He can only be a two-time president in US. So he know that this will be going to heavy his end. Otherwise, some sort of amendment should be brought in the constitution. Otherwise, he can't be the president.
He can be definitely those.
Maybe he will do, but like the Senate and House of Representative members' support should be there for him.
Even if he can bribe him, then definitely.
Maybe. But what I currently hear is the fact that Trump's own party members aren't that much affectionate towards Trump. So that's the issue there.
All these things are just doing like foolishness.
Yeah, and the other issue is president is not a part of the parliament there. Ours is in our parliamentary system, president is a part of parliament. The Lok Sabha, Rajya Sabha, and the president. But in America, president is another an organ of the government. Parliament is another organ. Judiciary is another organ. So they have no relation with the.
There is no interlinking between them.
No, so that's the issue there. So when Trump at the second time when he came to power, so as we know that a president can only be a president for a two-term. Otherwise, some sort of amendment should be brought there. So for that reason, he know that now even if he doesn't have the Indian support, no worries, because he's not going to be the next president, right? Unless and until there's an amendment in the Constitution of US. So now he, in order to be shown as a great person in the history of US, he needs to do something for the people of US. To also, he has an intention to do something for his own pocket, for his selfish attitudes, and for that he is, making connections with other countries, not for his country, but for him, for his business empire to grow. For example, let me say that.
So he is doing for selfishness.
Selfishness, yeah. For example, why is he suddenly coming and making a relation with Pakistan? Pakistan is a
His economy is gonna.
Economy is weaker. The people's mindset is weaker. The democratic principles are weaker. Everything is weaker in Pakistan. It's such a a worse country. It's a worse country to live in. So the Trump is having an intention to make good relations with Pakistan now. He doesn't had that intention when he was the president for the first time. Now he has an intention. Why? Because Pakistan economy is in such a manner, it's going to be shattered in whenever America needs. It can shatter the Pakistan's economy. Now Pakistan is starting cryptocurrency. Pakistan is starting cryptocurrency, and Trump is buying the cryptocurrency. So that he can buy a lot of cryptocurrency. And at that time, the cryptocurrency sale will be higher. The demand will be higher. The supply will be less, and the other people will start buying it. And suddenly, what can Trump do? Trump can sell all that cryptocurrencies in order to gain huge amount of money. So because of that reason, he is
supporting Bitcoin also.
Supporting Bitcoin, cryptocurrency, and he is supporting Pakistan for his selfish attitudes and not for the benefit of the America as a country. See why a country like America needs Pakistan. It doesn't need.
It doesn't need any country to. Part of
for example, Pakistan had a good relation with US.
In terms of buying weapons.
It had a good relation before 1975. 1971.
Before 9/11.
No, 9/11 was in 2001. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about before the 1971 Indo-Pakistan War. Before Indo-Pakistan War, US had an intention that Pakistan will buy a lot of US equipments because we were buying US equipment from Russia. So at that time, in order to sell their weapons, in order to sell their ammunitions and other missiles and all, they befriended with Pakistan. And also they wanted to control India. So in order to control India, they need a country in the neighboring part of India, and they befriended with Pakistan. But now what's the thing is, China has grown exponentially rather than India.
Better than America.
Far better than America. And of course, it's a fact that it has grown faster
than any other country.
Faster than India also. So in order to control that China, America needs India. So for
likewise, in the earlier stage of controlling India, they used the Pakistan. And now they are using India.
For controlling China. Because China is a global market. So in US also, a lot of Chinese goods are there. So Chinese goods are a lot of there in US. So they need to control that. When did this whole thing started? This whole thing started during the globalization period, the LPG period, the liberalization, privatization, globalization period. In that time, what happened is laissez-faire economy came. What is meant by laissez-faire economy? Laissez-faire economy means no government intervention. All countries can buy goods from other countries without paying any tax. Zero tariffs. So because of that, India and America suffered a lot. Because China produced everything cheaper. Made in China, everything cheap. And they dumped the Indian market with Chinese goods. But we were not able to cope up with that trade issue because we were not producing that much things to sell in China, right? Similarly in US also. So in order to close this, America started tariffs. So they issued tariffs so that they can decrease the trade surplus. So basically we have two things called trade surplus and trade deficit.
Which they are buying and we are just
the export and import. For example, when a country is having trade surplus. Trade surplus means, for example, India-US relation. India is having trade surplus. So what does that mean?
India is earning more by exporting the goods.
But in India-US relation, US is a trade deficit country. Because they don't have that much thing to give in
India.
Similarly, India-China relation also, we are having a trade deficit. Because we are not giving that much of things to China, but China is giving a lot of things to us.
Like that, we have trade deficit, and as well as China is a trade
surplus. So China is such a country that it's having trade surplus with every country because they are selling a lot of things to other countries. So in order to stop this, Trump brought in the reciprocal tariff system.
That's
Means
the first introduction of tariff.
Yeah, reciprocal tariff system is such a manner that if India sets up a tariff for 50%, US will also set up a tariff of 50%.
I think now it's get deviation.
But now US has imposed more tariff than India's because 25% plus additional 25% tariff has been implemented by US upon India. But the main thing that we must keep in our mind is US have more trade relation with China. But still China have only 30% tariffs.
Why?
But India is having less trade issues with US.
Yes.
But India is having 50%. No other country other than Brazil and India have 50% tariffs. All other countries have only 20.
I think it started with Brazil. Started with the tariff.
The issue started with Brazil. Later it went on to the China. And China 130% tariffs were there in China.
Right.
Later they came back to 30%. But in India, we had a 25% tariffs. It doubled to 50%. Why? Because China is selling rare earth metals to US. That is very important for their business.
Semiconductor.
Yeah, semiconductor chips and other things. The Taiwan is building semiconductors, right? Yeah, Israel is also building semiconductors. They have a good relation. Why US is having a good relation with Israel? Because they need a semiconductor from Israel. And all the Jews, the Jewish people are the ones who are controlling the government of America. For example, historically,
we are just talk in the earlier podcast.
Yeah.
I think
it's actually Illuminati.
Yeah.
The Illuminati one. The Jewish people are controlling the US systems, and that's the reason why the historic Hitler issue, the NASA, and all other things we have covered in that podcast. Yeah. So, in order to help them, in order to acquire knowledge and other things from Jewish people, America is supporting Israel. Okay. So Palestine is of no use for US. So that's the reason why they are not helping Palestine. So similarly, China is selling rare earth metals so that they can make semiconductors and other things. The lithium ion batteries, lithium phosphate. And other phosphate, a lot of things, So if China blocks this, then US will be in trouble.
Yeah.
So because of that, China.
The only reason that they are reduce the tariff.
Yeah, and why? And Trump, especially for his selfish needs, he needs these sort of things because he has a business empire in America, right? He need to increase the technology and other things. So he, because of his selfish attitudes, and also I will not, say that Trump is the only, corrupt president ever US had. All of the US presidents had their own selfish things. But I will not.
Trump, it's
Trump,
like
he's having a more often because he's having a business empire in the US. Historically, when we see the US presidents, I have earlier said that 47 out of 47 presidents, 46 presidents were from same family, and they had many dark connections with BlackRock, with Rothschild families and other things. It's actually a conspiracy theory, but still there's some.
I think we have just covered all things in the Illuminati section.
Yeah, Illuminati section. We have covered it. So in order to build that economic, to the empire, they need help with the rare earth material from China. So because of that, US reduced these taxes. But when it comes to India, we are not having that sort of things.
I think we export more medical equipments.
And that's the reason why Trump has exempted pharma things from tariffs.
Okay.
He has exempted pharmaceuticals from tariffs. Because we are having a great trade surplus when it comes to pharma, because in US, even though they have a huge hunt for research and development things, they are not on to the pharmaceuticals much more. But in India, we have more of a R&D in pharmaceuticals. We have many companies like the Sun Pharmaceuticals, the Ciplax, the Reddy's. We have a whole lot of, So because of this, the pharmaceuticals has been exempted from tariffs. But other than that, we don't have that much, important essential things to be sent to the US. So that's the reason why America is keeping 50% tariff to India. But US is having only 30% tariff to China. Another thing is, why US put 25% additional tariff to India? They are saying that we are buying Russian oil. We are buying Russian oil, so that we are.
I just heard them.
We are giving money to the Russia, so that Russia is fighting with the Ukraine. But at the same time, we must understand the fact that China is buying. China is taking whole lot of oil from Russia. And no issues with that. And when we asked about this, China is taking more oil from Russia than India. Then why don't you keep tariffs on China? They said that China is historically buying oil from Russia, but India is now buying.
As of that, I think I just heard about the fact that the oil that buy from Russia by our own was leaked by the US, not the Trump, US peoples.
And he said that.
As of I heard that, I think you remember about that section.
Yeah. That is what India is doing is India is collecting Russian oil for cheap price. We are having a refining section in India. We have a grand refining section, especially the Ambanis, the Reliance. We have
HP.
We have many private sector also, public sector also in Gujarat and other states. We are refining this oil and we are selling this oil in a higher price to US itself. US itself. And the funny thing is that China is buying more oil from Russia than India. European Union. Actually, Jayashankar, our honorable foreign minister, had told in a press meeting that what India buys from Russia, the oil from for 1 month, European Union buys that sort of oil from Russia for 1 day. That sort of oil, differences are there. Means Russia in European Union is taking a whole lot of oil from Russia.
And they are just blaming all the things. We are just saying.
Yeah, US is saying that no, they have historical connections with Russia. They are buying oil from many years. But when it comes to India, India has started taking more oil from Russia now. So the money is actually going to the Russia so that they can fight with the Ukraine.
Okay,
So that's a weird statement. That's the absurd statement they are saying, right? So that's the issue here. The whole lot of issue with the oil and other things. So in order to to show it in the front of the poor American chaps, Trump is saying that for making America great again, I'm doing these things. But actually, he have selfish things too. In Africa
I think
too,
for that he must stop the drug things. I think that's a better option to cure America from these type of things.
Yeah. So he is having connections with the Africans. He is having connections with the Israel, with the China, with the European Union, because he have a selfish mentality too.
Coming to another question, I just heard, seen an article that regarding that while increasing the tariff, it doesn't affect it doesn't affect a wide group of people in India, but it's gonna affecting a wide group of farmers in India. So what exactly farmers to suffer while increasing the tariff and not the richest peoples in India?
See, India is such a country. It's a developing country. We have 60% of the people living in India are actually in agriculture sector. But the GDP that is getting from agriculture is very low as compared to the percentage of people employed in agriculture.
Yeah, I think it's all because of the natural disasters and
because of our environmental issues. We don't have genetically modified crops. We don't have that sort of hybrid crops and all.
So still some are there.
Still some are there, but genetically modified crops are not allowed in India. No, it's not allowed in India. So why agriculture suffer when tariffs are kept? It's because why is there actually a tariff here? Because we are having a trade surplus. America is having a trade deficit. In order to maintain that, balance that, America is saying that America will sell their goods in India in a tax-free manner, so that America will be getting a market in India. And what sort of things they will be sending? They will be sending genetically modified crops.
Okay.
They are going to sell genetically modified agricultural goods in India.
Is like that finished packet food or something like that?
Actually, it's not packaged food. It's actually crop varieties which will grow exponentially.
Okay.
Which, for example, we need not give fertilizers, nutrients, etc. They will grow just exponentially. They grow, but because of our research and scientific studies, we have come to a conclusion that some sort of diseases and other disorders will be happening to humans if we use these genetically modified crops. But the issue is genetically modified crops are very much low in cost. If, for example, if we are buying a crop for 100 rupees, genetically modified crop will come at 10 rupees. That much, because it's actually, for example, it's actually the relation between, fresh chicken and a broiler chicken. Right. Fresh chicken and fresh,
like the not and the chicken.
Yeah, the local, the natural eggs that we get are higher prices, and the other eggs are
that which go on in some
low price,
the cage and giving food extra, rather than
the hormone issues and all.
Rather than the normal chicken that we just see that eating the worms, earthworms.
They are more of a fresh
natural
type.
habitat.
Natural habitat. They are living in the natural habitat. They are more of a fresh like, but it will be having at a higher cost. Similarly, the crop that we use in India comes at a higher cost. Why people are buying this higher cost item? Because we don't have any options. We are having this.
Even if there is a cheap option, we will definitely go that
way. And America knows that. And that's the reason why America is going to sell genetically modified crops in India. So once genetically modified crops come in India, then the whole people will start buying genetically modified crops. They will forget about the Indian crops. So if Indian crops are forgotten, who will be affecting? The local farmers will get affected because no one will come to buy their goods. So if India comes to a decision that we will decrease our tariffs, then US will send genetically modified crops to India, thereby creating a havoc in the normal farmers of India. So that is why we say that if the trade tariffs are taken away, then the farmers will be suffering the most, and not the higher rich people.
I think the Trump planned a law to do this type of thing. So, is that come from his own mind?
I'm damn sure that these sort of good ideas will not be coming from Trump, unless and until there comes a selfish thing for him. For example, to expand his empire, his business empire, some ideas will be coming. Of course, he's a rich businessman. He has a great empire. It's a big empire.
Some consultant will consult.
He will be having many consultations. He will be many consultators to be consulted with. But these sort of geopolitical things, he's having a lot of advisors, White House advisors. We have Marco Rubio, his Secretary of State. He's having a lot of other secretaries and all. So that's the intention why US is out. Actually, US doesn't want this tariff to be at 50% level for hundreds of years. He just want to scare India.
He's the global leader.
He's the global leader.
He's the father of everything.
So please obey us.
And do what we are actually told.
Be submissive to us, because America will not be ready to lose a market like India, right? India is a big market. America has
more consumers
for
than
Apple. For example, Apple, the Nvidia, these sort of the General Motors, these sort of things are there in India, and they have a good market here. So America will not be trying to lose these type of markets from India.
But they want to scare.
So that's
to avoid that we want to go.
So if tariff rates are decreased, then we will be getting iPhones at a much lower price in India.
I think there are also I heard that stop hiring Indian peoples in the tech industry, as well as stop making the Apple products in India. Now it's gonna planting in India for making much cheaper than the China itself. I think for compensation, Apple's CEO Tim Cook would just give a golden something button and a glass around the Apple icon for Trump. For convincing him. Might be like that, I don't know. Or it might be a gift as a bride. Bride.
I'm damn sure that Apple CEO, he will never start a manufacturing company in US. He will start the manufacturing company in China or in India, because US is such a country where actually the workers are to be paid much higher than people.
I think they paid with hourly.
Hourly payment.
I think we have a different way of pay scale. Pay scale, not paying.
The payment method, the payment duration are all very much different to that of US. The US people are such that they need higher wages, but Indian people need only less wages, and the reason is because of the inflation and things. Because in India we can buy
$1.
Yeah, we can buy a lot of things using our 1 rupees. $1 means here 85 rupees. We can buy a lot of things, but in there we can't buy these sort of things. Right? For example, a teacher in India, in a government school, in a government school, how much he will make?
I think more than 30.
More than 30 he will make. When it comes to 11, 12, plus 1, plus 2
No,
level, he will be.
I think
plus 1, plus 2 level, he will be getting 75,000, 80,000
yeah.
rupees. Will be getting in state schools. So yearly, how much he will be getting?
yearly with around 1 lakh LPA. 1 crore LPA. 1 crore.
No, he will be getting around 10 lakh.
10 lakh.
Yeah.
10 lakh. Sorry. Oh, 1 crore.
10 lakh, 11 lakh rupees. He will be getting. But in America, a teacher, a preliminary level teacher will be getting $4 lakh per year. That means 32 lakhs of Indian rupee. A teacher will be making in America, right?
1 year. No,
in 1 year.
One year.
32 lakh rupees will be made by a teacher in US. Whereas in India, we will be making 11 or 12 lakhs. That's the difference. 32 lakhs and 12 lakhs. But the issue is, we can buy a hell lot of things with that 12 lakhs, right?
Yeah.
But in US, we can't buy a hell lot of things with 32 lakhs because the inflation rate is higher in US. So because of that, a lot of money is to be paid in US. But when it comes to India and China, we have a better stability in our markets. Less payment is okay for the employers here. So I'm damn sure that Apple's here will never start a manufacturing unit in the US.
I think it's the worst decision Hadi ever made.
Yeah, sure.
Already the Apple worst stage is going on all because of the AI that they just introduced. And
but still, Apple has a brand, right?
Yeah.
The Apple's brand will not go that
way, but still there are some peachy issues. In every brand there will be a problem with like anything. I'm not an Apple fanboy. We both are not an Apple fanboy. He is an Apple fanboy. He has an iPhone for us.
For us.
So overall, still now tariffs are ongoing in India. So as we know that we are exporting the medical things more to America or the USA. Can we make a trial about that, or can we make it as a goal to teach them how we can fear them, or with the help of that, can we fear them with the tariff that given to the medical things?
See, pharma is just a particular thing in the whole trade deals happening between India and US. So basically, what I would suggest is that we should start having better relation with our neighbors. With China, we are having good relation now.
Now a good relation.
Now, similarly, we should have good relation with Bangladesh. We should have good relation with Sri Lanka, with Maldives, with Nepal.
I think now Maldives, it's all over.
Now relations are getting better.
Once a time, President was
Muizu, when Mohammed Muizu came to power, he was having more inclination towards China.
I think all the people get
because Maldives is such a country that has the percentage of GDP coming from tourism is very much higher. In China, people never goes there.
I think more people then recommended that Andaman
Lakshadweep should be there. So Indian people started avoiding Maldives, and then the tourism sector destroyed in Maldives. So we should have started.
I think we have that much power.
Of course we have, because Maldives is just a small country. We have helped them whenever they need. They during, I still remember, we had there was a coup there, in military coup, when the president or the prime minister was taken down by the military people there, by the Maldives people, and our Indian army men went to Maldives, conducted an operation, killed those terrorists, and brought back the prime minister back.
I think
Operation Pawan. It was Operation Pawan. It was done by the special forces of India. So similarly, we should have good relation with our neighbors. So this is actually the right time, because we shouldn't be like a submissive country to that of the US. We are a self-sufficient country. We have a whole lot of people. We have 150 crore people. We are the largest democracy in the whole world. We shouldn't be submissive to a country like US, right? So because this era is not an era where only one power should be there, like a US should be the whole power. No, this is a multipolar world. Many important countries are there.
The monopoly will be there.
Yeah, monopoly should not be there. China, we have a China there. We have a Russia there. We have a France there. We have a Germany there. We have a UK. We have a US. We have India.
All the countries have their own purpose and their own.
Yeah, they have their own priorities, right? For keeping happy the bad boy, like we shouldn't be like a good boy to US who is a bad boy itself.
Yeah.
We shouldn't be like that. We have our own priorities. It should be like
needs.
it should be like a it should be like what we say, the barter system, right?
But
We are selling what we have in excess. They are selling what they have in excess. If we need that, we will buy it from them. If they need the thing, we will sell it to them. That should be the system, right? And we shouldn't do like, we should always be submissive to US and buy whatever things US is going to sell. We shouldn't be, because this is 2025, right? We have a goal to be
what we want to be
developed country till when it comes to 2047, because of Bharat of 2047, right? So in order to be developed, we should be self-sufficient. We should achieve our Atmanirbharta. So for that, we should be self-sustained. We should have good connection with the neighbors. So that's the thing I would like to suggest.
So let's wind up this section. Following that, I want to ask one more question about that. Does this Trump when does Trump receive some sense?
He will gain that sense very soon, because the economy of US is going to be destroyed because of tariff is such a system where other countries will start having alternatives. For example, India started having relation with China.
They're gonna, and some things are exporting to the African countries.
Yeah, we are having a good relation with African countries. We are having good relation with the European countries.
But still, the tariff also gonna affect a short-term period. For long term, we are also connection with the.
We having other connections with the other countries. For example, we have signed a free trade agreement with UK. We are having an agreement with the Australia soon. We will be having a good relation with the China. US never will be able to understand the fact that we are going to have a relation with China, because India, China is very dangerous countries. That's what the mindset of US.
These agendas are just made by the US itself.
Yeah.
For making them enriched.
Of course, that's the reason why they had befriended with India, right? In order to control China. But now India and China is having good relation. The BRICS country, the Brazil, Russia, India, China, South Africa are having good relation with each other, and they combine have a lot of GDP. 30%.
I just seen a leaked image of that, the BRICS note. It doesn't know it's a generate or something like that.
No, we have a BRICS note. It's actually the currency has been produced by
200 rupees note, something like that.
Yeah. New Development Bank, NDB. NDB is the official bank of BRICS. They have started making currencies of BRICS currency. It will be having value in 5 countries, but we haven't agreed that. India haven't agreed that. Actually, the idea of BRICS currency was of Russia and China, because they wanted to end the dominance of dollar. They want to end the power of dollar. Similarly, Saudi Arabia has stopped petrodollar thing. Petrodollar is actually an agreement that was made with China, with US. That is, whenever Saudi Arabia sells petrol, the transactions will be happening in dollar. That was petrodollar agreement. But that agreement has been ended. And Saudi Arabia is not.
Instead of that, what they are actually.
Saudis, the official, their rial, their sort of Middle Eastern currencies will be used. For example, if they are selling oil with India, then we will give Indian rupee. Similarly, they will be converting that to rial and other things. But at that time, what happened? At that time, even if Saudi wanted to sell oil to India, India should give money in dollar. In dollar. That was the petrodollar thing. To any country, Saudi Arabia is sending oil. The money will be done in dollar. So that was the petrodollar, because dollar is like the global currency.
Does that still exist?
No. Now, a couple of years back, Saudi Arabia stopped that.
For the whole countries.
For all the countries. So dollar is slowly losing its prominence. So that's the reason why we are thinking of to make another currency for the BRICS.
So that I started with that, the civic sense that can gain Trump.
Yeah, soon because the inflation rate in America is going at a higher pace. The America is at a huge debt. Lot of
they're just hiding
trillions and trillions of dollars are being actually in debt there. The highest debt country in the world is Japan. Japan is an ally of US. Another country.
I think they are the semiconductor factories.
But in order to develop the whole Japan, and Japan is a country which is always affected by natural calamities, the earthquakes, the tsunamis,
a lot.
Yeah. In order to develop these sort of things, they have taken debt from the World Bank, the International Monetary Fund. So they are in a huge debt. Similarly, US is also in a huge debt. The debt will be increasing. because the countries will not be having trade relations with US. Countries like India will be having other relations with the other alternate countries. So soon America will take away these tariffs and things.
So that's exactly how this is gonna be ending, like the tariff sections and all. Other than that, there is not any possibilities. Still no possibilities are there. So I think you get some knowledge behalf of seeing this like podcast. If you like seeing this like podcast, and if you're interested in this like podcast like the geopolitics, and we are also covering the science topic, I think we should move on that topic also. On the next podcast, we'll be covering any science topic that which concurrent in the world, or I think we can just focus on the quantum computers. I think that's emerging field that currently on.
That's actually his field. His field. It's.
I think we will definitely move on this like topics, and let me know in the comment section that if you are interested in more this like topic, and if you're sharing a suggested topic, we'll be also studying research or study this like topic, and we can do a video regarding that. I think some people like to hear in like the video format as well as audio format. Those who want to hear in audio format, you can check out the podcast link in the description. There you can find this like thing. So thanks for watching our video, and may the mind be at peace.
May the world be at peace.
Signing off.
off.